Hey guys, welcome to a kind of a different video. I forgot to film an intro before I left my house, but today I'm thrifting. Mostly I'm thrifting for clothes, but I mean, of course I'm gonna look for books too, right? Why would you go to the thrift store and not look for books? So let's see how this goes. While I tell you how the first round went. So I went to the books first. I was like, I know I'm here for clothes, but I went to the books first. I found a few. Some I'm very excited about. I'll show you when I get home because it's all at the bottom of the bag. And then I went to the clothes and I was just like, I want pretty much a whole new wardrobe because I haven't bought things forever. I don't like the styles these days, so I figured the thrift store is where it's at. So I was just gonna try on all the things, like piling my cart full. And then as I'm about to go try them on, I realized they don't have a change room anymore. So I tried on a few things in the mirror that I could see there and pretty much put the rest back. I bought a few things that I might return and try on at home and then return. But that was so annoying. So this thrift store is right beside Value Village. I was kind of thinking of skipping Value Village because their stuff is so expensive, but I'm assuming they still have a change room. I hope they still have a change room. I hope this isn't a trend. So I am gonna go there, see what I can find. I might not look at the books there because they're well, that being said, this place, their books used to all be like 50 cents or maybe $1, and now they're like $2 to $4. So books are getting expensive, but I made up for it by buying really thick ones. So I was gonna get like the most out of my money. But it's hot. I'm gonna drive across the street and check out Value Village, I guess. Hoping for better things there. A little tip, I'm assuming my fellow thrifters like already know this, but when you drop off a donation at some thrift stores, they give you a coupon. And the one that I was at before, I think the one they had right now was in French. But I think it was save 20% when you spend $20 or more. And this one is save 20% on a purchase of 50 or more. So I don't know how easy it is to hit 50. I mean, it is as easy as I make it. I could spend 50. I'm not sure if I'm going to, but I have the coupon if I want. And then I think there is a double coupon here. What's the other one? You do a survey and you save $2 on your next $5 purchase, which I never do that part, but it's there. Okay, so I was decently successful, although it is 5 to 1 and I told my kids I would bring lunch home, so I think this is going to be a two-part thrift video. This is part 1. I didn't get to the thrift store, plus there's a couple more I could go to. My favorite purchase, I think, there, because once again, no change rooms. My favorite thing I got was a purse, because I know this will fit. I have a obsession with leather and lace purses. I own a smaller one, but it's not big enough to hold a book, and this one would hold like the average size book, so I'm excited about that. And I may go home and do a thrift haul there, or save the thrift haul for the end. We will see, but stay tuned because I got some good stuff. Alright, lunch has been eaten. I was so hungry, I just devoured it. I got fried rice for me and the kids, and I bought the purse that I showed you, and then I got a couple books that I'm going to show you now, and the clothes I still need to try on. I don't know what I'm all going to keep. The whole like no change room thing is really frustrating. So I only got one book from Value Village, and then the other ones were from the Salvation Army. And I did end up buying Dorothy L. Sayers' 4 complete Lord Peter Wimsey novels. So I do own Whose Body, but I have been nagged a little bit to continue with the series, but I didn't have the next book, which is Cloud of Witness. And then there's Murder Must Advertise and Gaudy Night. And now I do. And so it was $6, which is more than I like to spend on a book from a thrift store, especially when you can see that whoever bought it to begin with paid 1 whole cent less. It was $5.98 at Kohl's. But because I got 4 books in this one, I feel like it's a little bit of a better deal. I can justify that a little better. So that was my Value Village book. And then from the Salvation Army, I am so excited that I found this book. So I found her first book a couple months ago, I think, at a thrift store. And I do like this one even better. So this is The 4 Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin. I found The Happiness Project a while ago, and I want to reread that one, but I really like her 4 tendencies. So she has broken people up into these 4 groups: an upholder, a questioner, an obliger, and a rebel. And in short, it's like how you meet your own expectations and the expectations of others. And I am generally a rebel. I resist outer expectations and resist inner expectations. I love personality test type stuff, and I feel like this helps me know myself well and push out of my rebel tendencies. It's in perfect condition. So I'm excited to have this and then reread it soon. My single soft cover, so I think I paid $1.99 for this, which yes, is frustrating when their prices used to be like 50 cents and $1. But We Have Always Lived in the Castle. I can't remember if I own a copy of this one. I don't think I do. Do I? I own The Haunting at Hill House, but not this one, I think. So I grabbed it. Plus it's got like a cat on the outline. That looks pretty cool. Speaking of which, my cat hasn't even shown up in this video yet. I mean, I just got home, but I don't know where he is. Then I got 3 big fat hardcovers, so I would have paid $3.99 for them. But I was like, if I'm paying $3.99, I'm making it worth my money. So I got this. This is The Letters of Nancy Mitford. Honestly, I don't really know who she is, but I'm very into letters, and I didn't know there was going to be like pictures to go with it. I like writing to my pen pals, and I'm fascinated by the letters that people wrote to each other. So I thought I would grab this. This is an old library copy, so I'm gonna see if I can get the library dust jacket off of there yet, and I can just have this. There's a cool picture on the back there. So there's that one. Then I just went for a big Dickens book, which I'm pretty sure I don't own this one. I own a bunch of other really fat Dickens books, but I haven't acquired this one. The Life and Adventures of Nicholas Nickleby. Yeah, so this is the original facsimile, and it has some pictures. Funnily enough, I was showing my kids the things that I bought from the thrift store, and my daughter decided to rate them out of 5. She was giving me numbers for everything. This one I think she gave like 3 or 2 because the cover was terrible, and then I showed her, but there's pictures inside, and it went down a whole notch because the pictures were not to her liking. I think they're pretty hilarious. And the last one also went for a big like 4-in-1 kind of thing here. I got George Eliot's Selected Works, so Middlemarch, which I do own a different copy of. Silas Mariner, The Lifted Veil, and Brother Jacob. I don't know. I think I might own The Mill on the Floss. Yeah, I think that's my only unread George Eliot that I own. So then this is like 3 books that I haven't read. Does this one have pictures? No, I kind of want them all to have pictures. No pictures. So I think Middlemarch is more than half the book. Yeah. There's 3 stories in the first 200 pages, and then in the next 600 pages, it's just Middlemarch, which I've read and don't care to read more of, but I'm gonna read these other ones at some point. I've been purging a lot of books lately, so I'm trying to be smart with the books that I am purchasing. I'm trying to, you can see here, I'm kind of like trying to stick with like classics, or this one is kind of an exception. I'm trying to stick with books like that are classics or that I've like read before and enjoyed. That's the back of the book. There we go. That I've read before and enjoyed. This one is out of my element, but it doesn't really qualify as either of those, but it is a different kind of book because it is letters, so hopefully it will be good. Hopefully I'm not just purchasing books, I'm going to be purging shortly. So yes, I will do part 2 soon. This is one of the purchases I made yesterday. I bought a pink sweater. I never buy pink. I was very much a tomboy and I was very against pink, but I thought I would branch out. So I bought a pink sweater. It's just like a very plain, regular kind of sweater. Probably shouldn't have bought it because we're like moving into spring, summer here, but I did. I think my plan is to go to 2 more thrift stores this morning, so I thought I would take you along for those. Hopefully I can A, try things on because I think you can at these, and B, find more books, of course. One of the thrift stores I know usually has a pretty cool vintage books area, and I always love going through them. Even if I don't really want to buy them, I still love looking at them. And I think I'm probably gonna change into my other shirt that I bought before I go, depending on the warmth level, because it's very thin, so maybe you'll see another shirt there. I think that is all for now. Let's go thrifting. The trip was a little bit of a bust in the clothing department, but I mean, I bought books, so who cares about clothes, right? My kids each bought a book. My son got a Dogman one, and my daughter got Out of My Mind by Sharon Draper. She read that one a couple months ago and enjoyed it. I've heard really good things. I haven't read that one, so now that we own it, I'm gonna read that one. I found a Ella Montgomery short story, The Road to Yesterday. So this is, I think, short stories of like Anne and Gilbert. Oh here, filled with unexpected surprises, laughter, and tears. Here are 14 of the Blythe's favorite tales. So I didn't own that one. That's exciting. I also found this. This was Elizabeth Elliot's Through Gates of Splendor. This is not my favorite. I do prefer, somebody else wrote a similar book. I think Steve Saint, maybe? He wrote one for After. I don't know. But this one has like lots of pictures of the men, and this is all about their time in Ecuador before, I think like until shortly after the men were all killed by the Al-Qaeda's. And I don't know how long after it goes, but I've read it before, and this was like a really cool edition, and I thought I would have that for the shelves. I did buy a Bill Bryson. I have started one of his books before and did not really enjoy it. I don't remember which one that was, but it was not A Walk in the Woods, and I'm curious about A Walk in the Woods. This is his walk through the Appalachian Trail, I think, and I'm hoping that there will be some like good nature description in here. There's one picture that, I don't know, there's a couple. Mostly just like sketchy stuff. The cat is just wanting to be in here. So I think I paid $2 for each of those, which isn't the best price, but it's not terrible. And I paid $1 for this one. This is StrengthsFinder. And I do own this in ebook, but as you may know, I'm terrible at reading ebooks. So I like personality tests. I just talked about that yesterday. And this one has, it's like you find your strengths, and then it talks about each of them. And I kind of want to go through this again and look at it both for myself and for my kids. So there you have it. That is all the books that I found in the last 2 days, and a couple of the shirts that I bought. Thank you for joining me on this thrifting adventure.